This is the Holy Bible. It wasn't always a book. A long time ago, it was stories around campfires, in a desert, and later in people's homes. Then the stories were written down on pieces of soft leather, and then on paper. Finally, the printing press was invented, and the Bible became a book. Today, you can even have the Bible on your computer or your tablet or your phone. We can open the front door or the back door, but in this room, we like to open both doors and let all of the stories out. They are all over our room on the shelves. We still tell the stories the old way, in a circle, like around a campfire. Sometimes parts of the Bible are on video or in a movie, but we still like to tell them the old way. This Bible is for you. You can use it when you're here, or if you have one at home, you can use it at home. When we share a story from it, we will open it up to where the story comes from in the Bible. After you hear the story, you might want to read the story or have someone read it to you. The Holy Bible isn't just one book. It's like a whole library of books collected together. We're going to name each of the books in the library. These are the books that are in the Old Testament, the stories that happened before Jesus was born. We have Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. These are the books that are in the Old Testament, the stories that happened before Jesus was born. Sometimes you will hear people call them the Hebrew Scriptures, and these books are read by both Christians and Jews. Now, here are the books, the ones that tell the stories of Jesus and what happened after Jesus died and rose again. These books are only read by Christians: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd and 3rd John, and then Jude, and lastly, Revelations. Now let's put them back on the shelf and count the number of Old Testament books and New Testament books. Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 books in the Old Testament. Now we're going to count the books of the New Testament. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. There are 27 books in the New Testament. There are more books in the Old Testament. It is much longer than the New Testament. And there are many different kinds of writing as well. See how many kinds there are? There are books of law, history, poetry, prophets, the history of the early church, the letters, and the Revelation of John. You can use this control sheet when you're here in the classroom to decide what everything is. If you want to take out all the books off of this shelf, you can figure out where they're supposed to go again. And if you want to know what kind of writing each book is, the books of the law, the books of the prophets, the books of history, the books of the prophets, no, the poetry, the prophets, the Gospels, the history of the early church. It's just one book, it's just Acts. The letters, and then also just one book, Revelation. Now I have an idea. Let's figure out what their books are about and what you might want to read sometime. Now here are summary cards, and these cards go with the different sets of books, the different types of books. We'll pick out Genesis and start with the first book of the Bible. And this card tells you what Genesis is about. And it says Genesis means beginning, and it is the first book in the Bible. It is where we find the stories of the creation, the Garden of Eden, the fall, Noah and the flood, the Tower of Babel, which we read about when we learned about Pentecost. The stories of the patriarchs and the matriarchs, the mothers and fathers who guided the families of the people of God during those early days. The most important stories are about Abraham, Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Rachel, and Joseph. In this book, God promises Abraham as many descendants as the stars in the sky and the grains of sand in the desert. That's from Genesis chapter 22, verse 17. And it says, I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. That's chapter 12, verse 2. So it's fun to look through these cards and learn about the history and learn about what is in each of these books. Now, some people even memorize the names of the books of the Bible. The names are just fun to say, and knowing the order of the names helps when you want to find something in the Bible faster because you know your way around. You can memorize the books in like small bits while you're learning about them. Let's see how this works. You can see the part, this is called the law. So we have Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And that's just a little short snippet of them, just a little short amount, but it's easy to memorize them when you do it just in little bits. Now, I wonder which one of these books of the Bible do you like best? I wonder which one of these you think is the most important. I wonder which one of these books is especially for you. I wonder if there are any of these books that we could leave out and still have all of the books that we need. I wonder if there is something that we need that has not been written yet. Now, I wonder, which kind of books do you like best? I wonder which kind of book is the most important kind of book. I wonder which kind of books are especially for you. And I wonder if we can leave out any kinds of books and still have all the types of books that we need.